to the No Dunks podcast, live from Summer League in scorching hot Las Vegas. They tell me it's Saturday, July 9th. I don't believe them. Time doesn't exist in Vegas. Dates don't exist. I'm J.E. Skeets, and alongside me, as always, we got Taz Mellis.
Podcast listeners, this one's for you.
We got our Top Shot hot boy. He's very hot right now. He's wearing shorts behind this desk. It's Trey Kirby.
Hey-o.
Hey, yo. You want to show those yams to the people?
You want to see these? You like that when you can just see leg?
Sexy time.
Wow, I can't deny it. You got to wear shorts when it's this hot outside.
Wow.
Is he wearing shorts?
Yeah.
We've also got the international man of mystery taking it to the max, Leigh Ellis. And last, certainly not least, he's in the background. He's actually producing the show. He has a whole team pushing the buttons for him. It's JD. JD, yell off camera. There he is.
You can
Here
hear
we
it.
are. Here we
You can
are.
hear it.
Shout out to the stream team, I hope, for joining us live.
Let me check.
Yeah.
Let
It's
me
hard
see
to
if there's
tell
anyone
right
out
now.
there.
Honestly,
Yeah.
fire
Hard
up
to
YouTube.
tell.
Let's
Okay.
find out. And while you're
Yeah, I
there,
can't-
Yeah.
hit the like button, subscribe to No Dunks on YouTube. Leave a comment, too, with the people.
Me or the people? You're talking
You can
about.
talk for all of us.
Okay. Yeah.
Say hi.
Okay.
So do that as well if we are, in fact,
If we're live.
And if you're listening to the podcast, leave your boys a 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, or, honestly, on YouTube. We learned this weekend, YouTube, big in the podcast game.
Huge
Third.
in the podcast game, of course. People like to listen to podcasts
I can't believe it.
You were shocked?
with videos.
Yeah, well, it's mostly, it's about the podcast, though. People just put it on, put it on the background.
That's right.
The third biggest platform for podcasts is YouTube.
What about Podbean? What happened to Podbean?
Is it still top 10? It's always a mid-major,
I don't
but maybe capable of pulling an upset,
Guys, email in your NBA questions, too, to nodunks@theathletic.com. You can, of course, tweet them into @nodunks_inc, INC on the end. I think we got a fun show lined up here. Again,
I think
live
you're right.
from the concourse, Thomas Mack Center here in Vegas. We'll talk a little bit about Summer League. We'll talk about the rookies who have, played a couple games at this point.
Yeah,
There's a crazy
you don't have
game
to convince us.
Yeah.
We
going
love
on
Summer
right
League.
now.
Yeah.
It's Magic Kings. The Kings hit like 2 threes in the final,
Yeah.
I don't know, 8 seconds of regulation to force overtime. Someone will have to tell me, hey, can you also tell me the final score of that game? So I can
Yeah. It's sudden death. I love sudden death. That's double overtime.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's when
you score, you win.
That's it.
You
Walk
like
off.
it.
I love it. I think they should adopt that in the NBA.
Wow.
Sudden death for double OT
Why not?
in the NBA, go for it.
Why not?
At least one season.
Yeah.
So you're going to
It
jump
never
it up,
gets
of
the
course.
double OT. I'm surprised it got to double OT.
Yeah. Well, that's right.
Is
Yeah.
what- are they-
And I think that one team had a chance. I couldn't tell. It's a little bit hard to determine which team's which in the uniforms out there.
Yes.
Someone had a half quarter. It looked like it hit the rim, which could have ended the game, but
Yeah.
we went to sudden.
Oh,
overtime.
also
It
today.
sounds like us shooting half-court shots here in Vegas over
No,
the years.
no, because I think this guy hit the rim.
Ooh,
So
how dare you. I hit the
Yeah.
rim a couple
I
times.
never
Yeah.
hit the rim.
We also had a wedgie here.
Yeah.
Before we got to the arena,
Great stuff.
unfortunately, but in the Raptors game over in the other in the Cox Pavilion, there was apparently a block wedgie there from the Raps rook. So good stuff. But yeah, later on in this one, we'll talk like I said about the rookies and how they're performing, who's impressed you. I got some crazy trivia for you if you want
Great.
to. I compiled like the best performances of all time at Summer League.
Oh, boy.
Now hold
Oh,
on.
boy.
I say all time. I'm not really sure if they are, but they're really good performances, and I picked 10 of them. And so we'll turn it into a trivia game.
10 notable performances.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think
gonna
that's good.
give you a hint right now. We're not doing it to like probably an hour from now. There's 2 guys, of course, on this list that share the same first name. Okay?
Thank you.
Wow.
Okay.
Thank you for that.
Wow.
Okay? Think,
Wow.
mull it over.
Summer League sickos.
Mull it over.
Getting excited. But yeah, I get what you're saying because the stats for Summer League, it's a little bit sketchy, like the play-in tournament almost, right?
Yeah,
Do
yeah.
the games exist once they're done?
Well, it's like, okay, I'll tell you right now, I don't have Nate Robinson on this list of greatest performances.
Excuse me?
I know, but then he had his jersey retired. But I'm not sure he had like monster games. He just had this, he kept coming back and kept playing.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, this is
Jersey's
all about the
retired.
one-game performance.
All
Fair
right,
enough,
all right.
fair enough.
But again,
Okay.
Tass is right. Like, I'm worried there's going to be a couple out there. The internet's going to be all over
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
What about this guy?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Before all the basketball talk, and we'll play a little Is This News, we'll talk Lillard, his extension, Beal, obviously, signing the crazy 5-year deal. Your guy signing a
Yeah, I wish I
massive
could get a cut of that deal.
Yeah, for sure. And he's got the no trade clause. We'll talk about all that. But 48 hours or so, right, give or take.
Yeah.
For some of us, trade came in a day later. But have you had a favorite moment here in Summer League, or in Vegas, I should say, so far?
Well, I'm going to get cheesy, get a little corny, because it's about meeting everyone we work with for
True.
the first time. in most cases. Andrew Schlecht, who produced the show throughout the season, hadn't met him. Very cool. Got to meet Jerome, Black Dragon Roll on Twitter for the first time after, admiring his work forever. We got to see Johnny Holly in person, Zach Harper.
Johnny Holly, Hollinger. Oh, wow. Johnny Holly.
Well, we're buds now. We call him Johnny
nice.
Holly. I mean, the list goes on and on. And that ties well to a fun story on the first night that we were here. Skeets and I were at a blackjack table, and there was a guy at the end of the table wearing a Santa Clara polo shirt. Right. And he said at one point, "What do you guys do?" And he figured out that we talk basketball. He goes, "Oh, my son fed the ball to Jalen Williams at Santa Clara when he was at shoot-around." So that was pretty cool.
What a story.
Then we had,
it gets better.
Not much of a story there.
Yeah.
But we had like 10 minutes where he didn't talk to us whatsoever. And this is where the athletic part comes in. He just looked at us and he goes, "Are you Sam Vecini?"
Do I look like Sam
works for the
Vecini?
Yeah, I guess he was looking at you.
He definitely said it to me. He's like, "Are you Sam Vecini?"
Just out of nowhere. Are you Sam Vecini? He had Sam Vecini on the brain. Anyways, it was a great meeting. I haven't met Sam Vecini, but a lot of other people from the Athletics.
Okay.
So I'll start with that. The cheesy. It's great.
No, you're right. We were in like this, I guess it was like a little conference for the Athletic, like you said, meeting people for the first time that we read a lot of their work, have had on the show for crying out loud, maybe have met in the past, but in a long time haven't caught up with them.
Convention.
But we were in a room, I was thinking there are 30 heavy hitter, the best of the best NBA writers in the world are in this room, which was pretty cool.
It was really cool. And just talk about Andrew Schlecht here, it was great for us to meet him because there's been a cascade of people coming up to meet Andrew because of the Oklahoma City Thunder, the great work he does out there for the Down to Dunk podcast. So that was awesome. But in the room yesterday, you've read these people, you've maybe interacted on Twitter, but for a lot of them, it's like, oh, finally you can put a face to the name and introduce yourself and get to meet them, and it's great.
Okay, but I know your answer for the last 48 hours in Vegas is not the conference as your favorite thing, because you weren't there in the afternoon. I noticed that.
Yeah, well, look, jet lag did catch up with me in the afternoon.
Okay, fine. Yeah. But do you have anything else, other things we've done here?
I
feel like we've done a lot, only being here 48 hours.
Well, we connected with our former producer and friend Matt. He was in town and went out for a great dinner with Matt there last night. Got the duck, and
did you eat it?
I did, yes. I took.
Hold on. How could you eat it?
No, well, I had my night off not eating meat.
You don't eat meat?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I took the night off. I took the night off not eating meat, and I indulged last night.
What meat you eat in Vegas stays in Vegas?
Absolutely, it does. Yes.
Okay.
In more ways than one. But no, it was great. We had a great time. We had the drinks were flowing there. We went out and sung some songs, and. What a great night it was.
We went to karaoke.
What a great night it was.
Yeah, we haven't been here for 4 years, but I tell you, it felt like we were just here yesterday,
It is sort of creepy when you step off that plane into that airport. You're like, here we go. You joined us for karaoke. Did you have a favorite song?
Well, I don't know if I would say it was my favorite song, but we got caught in a time loop. We got caught in a take it easy time loop. There's no other way to explain it. For whatever reason, once Take It Easy by the Eagles came on, it just wouldn't stop coming on.
We had a glitch.
We had to call in the workers to help us figure out how can we play another song because we heard it so many times. But I like it now. I like it, and then I hated it.
It was his pick.
I hated it, and then now I like it, and now I'll never forget it. But hilarious time.
Yeah, I mean, trying to work the little pad there where you put in the code for your song.
It's not easy.
No, because I didn't know if you just put the code and then it automatically pops, or you have to.
Did you see what I did? You've been to karaoke with me a couple times. I like to I take control of the remote because if you don't, and you have 8 people trying to do it, someone's gonna mess up and everything's gonna just go nuts. So I say, give me the number and I'll do it because they figure it out, whatever. Yeah. But you started. You're like, give me that control pad.
I just thought, you know what, you've got to. It's okay to jump in with your own favorite and say, look, I'm not sure, if they're gonna like this one or not. I mean, the Eagles Take It Easy. I thought, okay, that's low hanging fruit. Matt.
I'm going to play that 50 times in a row.
Matt, well, so, okay, now that part of it.
See, I thought you incorrectly punched it in 50 times.
No, I didn't do it 50. I definitely didn't do it 50. I did it more than one because I couldn't see it queued up there for a while. So I went back, but maybe putting it in twice, the computer was like, all right, we get it, man, we get it. You want to Take It Easy? Here, you can have Take It Easy for the rest of the night.
Yeah, there is a clip of me, I'm visibly frustrated trying to figure this out. I'm trying to skip this song. And I think it's funny that I'm stressing so hardcore to a song that's telling me to take it easy.
Yeah, we shall post that video.
Yeah,
for
okay,
sure.
good.
Yeah, we had a full camera crew in there. It was just us.
Yeah,
Just us
that was a
filming.
great time though.
Yeah,
Did
Yeah,
you,
right.
funny.
besides Take It Easy, did you have a
favorite?
go-to jam? Yeah, or a favorite?
Oh, I mean, these guys.
We got
These guys,
100.
there was a Cher performance.
Yeah.
By
That was a
Trey.
good Cher performance. Believe by Cher.
Yep.
That's a fun one to sing because you can do the auto tunes as well.
Yep.
That's very important. I loved hearing Mambo number 5. One of our highest scores was Tayo Cruz, Dynamite.
Yeah,
that's a good
brought
one.
the club down for
Yeah.
sure.
How do you
Those are
think
fun.
it's scoring you?
No idea. No
Yeah,
idea.
it doesn't seem to make sense.
Here's the thing to me is when we would do songs that were more like rhythm based, like Dynamite, where it's like a club dance song and you're just trying to hit the beats, we did very good.
Yeah, you're right.
But anytime we had to sing notes, very poor.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking in the 80s. Anytime there was like
Yeah.
any sort of ballading
Low 80s.
or belting
Yeah.
it out. So
No, it didn't feel
the rhythm
real.
our rhythms were fine, but
Yeah.
our
See,
So
here's
tone
you're
was
trying to
off.
justify it. It's bogus. It's like the Apple Podcast
Yeah, maybe
algorithm.
so.
No one knows. No one knows why
one
a
knows.
show is number 1 for a day and a half.
No, I think here's how they do it. I think there's a guy designated to each room at the karaoke place, because this is private karaoke.
Yeah.
He has to watch us on a feed, and he's just scoring us on,
Wow.
energy, how much
Style.
fun they're having, are they
Performance.
standing up? Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're actually a human
Yeah.
is judging you.
Well, I mean, Tayo Cruz, I could see why.
We brought
that
the
was
house
a
down.
dynamite performance.
We
Yeah,
brought
it
the
was-
house
It
down.
was good.
And any other jams here before we actually
Well,
get
I
to some
thought
basketball?
Kenny Rogers, the gambler, got a big pop from the crowd too there. Even got JD up and going. JD was like,
JD was in it, yeah.
there's a change of note here. He was
Oh,
warning
he
me.
was warning
yeah,
you.
Yeah, I was
He
ready.
warned
though. I was
before the
ready.
next
yeah.
verse came
yeah,
on.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
Change of note, change of tone here.
yeah, yeah.
Loves a key change.
Yeah, but it was great. And
It was the gambler.
the gambler, yeah.
Have you gambled at all, even?
No, I haven't. That's my gambling, is to not gamble.
He knows when to hold them.
Yeah,
He's holding them
exactly.
right now.
Exactly. Yeah, every gambler knows that the secret to surviving it's knowing what to throw away and knowing what to keep. You never count your money when you're sitting at the table.
Well, I'm gonna
Time
count my
enough
money.
for counting.
Go.
I got money in my pocket
When
right
the
now.
deal
I'm
is
gonna
done.
count 'em. Yeah.
Oh,
big
those are hundos.
I don't know how to
Let's go.
hold on to my chips either. Actually, I was getting out of the cab, and Matt said, "Oh, something fell down," and I had these in my pocket.
See, that's the
Matt-
problem. It doesn't feel like money when it's in your hand like that. That could
Are
take
you worried you're
5,
going to get
10.
on the plane tomorrow when we go home and forget that you
Maybe.
didn't cash them out? I mean,
Yeah,
I guess
it's
we'll be
possible.
back.
I've done that before.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Got to know when to hold them.
Oh yeah,
know when to cash 'em in.
you unfortunately missed it on the first night, but we did see Michael Jackson's Cirque du Soleil performance.
Oh yeah.
My buddy Grish, our buddy Grish, your buddy Grish, he was also in attendance. He called it halfway through, like he does with an NBA game. Fell asleep. He's like, it's over. He knows how it ends.
Hey, listen.
Not great.
We were running late. We got there just in time.
Oh, that was perfect.
Grish got the tickets. Fantastic hookup they were. We were like
good seats.
center court tickets. They were fantastic.
Yeah.
Grish was there. He was all hyped up, and then all of a sudden, the old you just sort of started seeing the
Right.
head drop a little.
Yeah, the arms crossed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. When he was first sitting back, it was like maybe he's just sort of enjoying the music. I'm not sure, But then once you see the real old
Smooth
man
criminal.
head yeah.
No, he was out. He was out. But did you like it?
I loved it. Yeah, I've seen it before. So I was
Big
also
fan.
hyping it up. Now, when I did see it last time, was at the
Yep.
Air Canada Centre or Scotiabank Arena, whatever it is now. And I think that's a better environment to watch it because there's more acrobatics involved. This
Okay.
one, bit more of a stage show. You don't
Yeah.
quite have the same room. Having said that, still some incredible athletic performances. When they were jumping off the trampoline
like
and
the
bouncing
trampoline
up like
work?
that, oh, yeah.
Like they run up a
Great.
wall.
Yeah,
that was pretty cool. Okay.
And I mean, look, it's basically just 90 minutes of Michael Jackson bangers with people putting on great dance moves, and
true.
it's hard to sit down there. You want to get up and you want to.
I was a little surprised that I didn't think there was many heads even bobbing in the crowd.
No.
We were
Yeah,
moving,
oh,
but
absolutely, yeah.
I guess maybe
yeah.
they've seen it 10 times for all I know.
And then Michael showed up at the end. It's too bad Grish missed him.
The hologram part.
hologram.
That was cool.
That was awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
He missed that part for sure.
Yeah.
Rich did, yeah.
Hates
So anyway, you'll have to
holograms.
go check it out. It was awesome.
I'm going tonight, actually.
Oh, sweet. Okay, let's play a little Is This News? I got some headlines for you guys. You can tell me whether or not they're newsworthy, and if they are, we'll break it down. First one happened in the last 24 hours or so. Damian Lillard reaches a 2-year, $122 million extension with the Blazers. Is this news?
You better believe it. Doesn't it seem like we were just at the 50 million threshold for players? Now a player,
Yep.
it's not that long ago.
Good
It was
point.
literally last year.
Yeah, right.
And now we're reaching 60 million on a 2-year extension. Usually I'm sort of a curmudgeon when it comes to teams that are, in the sort of the middle ground, like the Blazers.
Yep.
Like that's the common idea in basketball. You don't want to be sort of middle of the road like the Blazers are. And I thought at Damian Lillard's age at 32, the way the Blazers were going, trading C.J. McCollum, I thought they should continue to go down that road. But now I'm on the other side. This is phenomenal. And to have, I assume, a one-team guy. It sure feels like he's going to be there for his whole career. You never know. But yes, you want to be either great or bad in the NBA. But at the same time, this does do something for the reputation around the league for the Blazers. They're paying the guy. They're very loyal to the guy who's very loyal to them, and I think that goes a long way. You see other franchises that don't do that, and it doesn't pay off. And I know you are always like, you just pay your stars because he is their best player.
They got to. I think, paying Lillard isn't even a question to me. So if they're going to do it for $60 million a year, they got to, because he's their best player. He's probably the best player in the history of their franchise over the course of his career. I mean, people will say Drexler and Bill Walton had maybe higher peaks, but we'll see with Lillard.
I think Lillard ranks second in a number of
in
categories.
so much stuff. Yeah. And by the time his career's done, maybe he surpasses everything at some point. But he's a star right now. They're trying to win now. They should be better than they were last year. So at least they know they have him around. That's a lure for whoever might be the next big star to want to ask out, and maybe they can get in the mix or a little bit. Who knows what other moves they're going to pull over the course of the summer, but if you got Lillard, at least you can try and do something. At least you can get back to the playoffs, and who knows who you end up getting alongside him. And maybe the Jeremy Grant thing works out. We shall see, but I like seeing Lillard get a big contract. It seems like he signed 1 million contracts already.
That's what I was thinking.
The guy signed so many more max deals than anybody else. I don't know how he keeps coming up for contracts, but I like that they keep being with the Blazers.
What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's not really news. It wasn't. Lillard hasn't sort of made strong indications that he wants out. He wants to go somewhere else, and so he believes in the franchise now. And they've got the new general manager, Joe Cronin, there. So I guess he's going to hope that they can continue to add pieces here and there. When you look back at they traded C.J. McCollum, they had to make that move, but I guess they still believe that Lillard can take them, elevate them to that next level. I don't think they're there yet, but who knows what the next season or two will show.
Have you liked their off season so far? I mean, Simon's huge deal, $400 million. Nurkic they gave a lot of money to keep him. Obviously made the Grant trade. Are you do you buy this team as trying to get maybe out of that middle of the pack tier, or are they just going to be likely stuck there if Lillard plays and is healthy?
Surrounding Damian Lillard with defensive-minded guys has to be the mindset.
Right.
Has to be the mentality. Gary Payton II also signed to go along with guys they got in the second half when Lillard didn't play last year, like Justice Winslow, Josh Hart, who is an absolute perfect role player.
You
the
think
West
it can
is
work?
tough, my man. The West is so tough.
Yeah.
I think, it's sort of, it works on paper, but I'm not sure they're going to be. I don't think they can be top 6.
Nah.
Right.
That would be very difficult. And I'm not sure about the Nurkic move either when it comes down to it, re-signing him. It didn't work for so long. They moved on from C.J. McCollum, but they didn't move on from Nurkic. So we can go through all the teams in the West.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah, it's very, will they be better than the Mavericks? Any chance? No way?
Probably not. No, I wouldn't think so. I mean, I think
Nuggets?
the Mavericks. No, exactly. And then your Clippers are going to be better again next season.
The Lakers are always, of course.
Who knows with them.
Anthony Davis is up at 4:30 every morning doing free throws.
Well, I'm up at 4:30 at the moment, so it's not that difficult when you're on the West Coast.
Yeah,
but no, I mean, Phoenix, of course, and I mean the
Golden
Warriors.
State
I know.
I mean, so the Blazers and
The Wolves.
Yeah, exactly. They're not better than any of those teams, I don't think. So
Right.
I think the Blazers sort of right now are just hoping to make the play-in and maybe get into the playoffs. But you expect they're going to try to make some other move there. But
Well, that's true. That's true.
Ultimately, it was more just about okay, Lillard's our guy. Lillard's been loyal to the franchise. Here's your money.
Right. Well, speaking of guys loyal to the franchise, getting paid, get the bag, is this news? You tell me, Bradley Beal. He believes the Wizards can win an NBA title after he signed that max deal there. 5 years, what is it, 251 million? Yes, don't forget that one.
That's right,
Don't
important.
round down, okay? 251 million, and he's got the no-trade clause, which surprised a lot of people. We haven't had a chance to even talk about that on the show.
He's got a no-trade clause, the only current player to have one in the NBA, only the 10th in NBA history.
Yeah, and the other 9 are all Hall of Famers.
All of
either in or
Yeah.
going in. Yeah.
Maybe he's on his way. That's what they're paying for.
them. That's
Were you shocked though that the team gave it to him?
Well, he's gone. I'm not shocked that the team gave it to him, but he has gone sort of from a year-to-year contract to this 5 years, no trade clause, like Lillard, just dedicating himself to the franchise.
But hold on, a no trade clause really just means, hey, if I come and ask for a trade, or you want to trade me,
Yeah.
I'm telling you where I'm going.
Yep.
I am giving you the thumbs up or the thumbs down. So
It-
it's his power move, of course, not the
It
team.
doesn't mean he's going to be a lifer with the team.
No.
You're totally right about that. But I'm going with these teams that haven't had a lot of success paying their number one guy as a loyalty play, as a play to show the rest of the league, hey, we're paying our guys. You want to come join? We're not a team that's flipping players. Obviously, you look up and down their roster, they're sort of in the same boat. They're a play-in tournament team. At the very best, it feels like. But you got the loyalty there. Do they come into the season next year with a different mentality because their guys there? I think so.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's part of it is that, like, both the Blazers and the Wizards, like, they signed their big free agent, and now they're definitely going to be better than they were last year. Both teams added, like, some veteran players who were going to help at positions that they really needed. So they're guaranteed to be better. They're guaranteed to have a little bit better vibes with a little bit of a shakeup in the personnel that's around and having their star locked up. So, you know, if a lack of better options, they're like, let's go for it. Let's go with the guy who actually really wants to be here. So this is not the end of hearing Bradley Beal trade rumors. It feels like we'll hear him even more now. There's just another factor thrown into the mix. But let's see what the Wizards can do. They feel like they are the Blazers of the East, and it's kind of felt like that for a long time, even dating back to when it was Lillard and McCollum, Wall and Beal. You know, they've always kind of been like, can they overcome having two very good guards? Maybe great at some points, but they haven't yet. But I don't know. Bradley Beal, that he's been getting the bag for a while. Well done.
Do you believe the Wizards can win an NBA title?
No,
like you said?
no, not at all.
No.
No, I mean, again, they're just playing to get into the playoffs at best. We just rattled through the teams in the West. Who are the Wizards better than in the East? I mean, Philadelphia, Boston, Brooklyn, who knows, Milwaukee. Like,
You're saying no.
no, absolutely nowhere near that. But look, the Wizards did pay John Wall as well. That was another guy they drafted. They paid him. It didn't work out in the end. And now they're doing the same thing with Bradley Beal. So they are trying to maybe say to guys, like, we'll pay you if you come here, because that's the biggest problem they have is attracting free agents to come there.
Yeah.
So they have to do something. But
look, guys, this is $250 million. I'm happy for him. Like, look, he got the contract. But the issue is, where does Bradley Beal fall in, like, the list of greatest players in today's game? You know, he's been all NBA, so he's cracked the top 15, made a couple All-Star teams, but those guys, these massive deals, is he on that short list? I mean, he's proven he can score 30 points a game on bad teams, but I know you love Beal.
Well,
but
look, I love his shooting mechanics for sure, and he made those All-Star games finally after my years of persistence. But no, he's not in that super elite category. He's not like this guy with any four players around and can drag them to a championship, barely even drag them to the playoffs. So there's going to be some challenges there. But it is a little bit the same. I think they look at Dirk and they're like, we want to be that one guy for our career franchise guy. And, you know, they just don't have, they're not close to the championship. But Dirk had some lean years in there as well. Although he made the finals, of course, before that, and the playoffs almost every year. But I mean, it's tough for the Wizards because they can't just let him walk either. They're like, we got to at least hold on to this one player here, and hopefully somehow they can add some pieces around him.
Yeah, I just think it's interesting. Like when the news broke that he had signed there, it's like I'm not saying they're all like this, but there were Wizards fans even going, oh, I don't know. That's
it's an overpay,
no
doubt about it, and it puts the Wizards in the exact same situation they were with John Wall, where his contract was fine at the beginning, and you're like, okay, he's a star. You know, at least Wall was a little bit ascendant. Beal's probably in the middle of his prime right now, but it got to be an albatross by the end of the deal, and they had to do whatever they could to get rid of him. So maybe that's what's going to happen with Beal, but I mean, I don't know. They didn't really have much of a choice. It's like they're a franchise that never wants to be at the absolute bottom, and now they won't be at the absolute bottom, but they're not going to the top right now either.
Let's be glass half full for a second. They have their best point guard since John Wall, playing beside Bradley Beal and Monte Morris. I know he's not a big name, but he's going to help take pressure off Bradley Beal. He can handle the ball. You have Porzingis, who, if he doesn't work out, there's a lot of money coming off the books in a couple of years. It's really about, to me, Rui Hachimura's growth, Denny Avdia's growth, and those two supporting. They are better in terms of the supporting cast when you get into the Morrises and Will Barton. They are better.
Yeah.
But they got to get better. If Bradley Beal's prognostication is going to come true that they're going to win an NBA title, that's not on the horizon.
No, I don't think so. Final one here. This one's really caught me by surprise. I actually thought it was a joke at first, but I think it's real. NBA Summer League to award rings to the 2022 champion.
That's
So
real.
these games they're playing here behind us in the arena, the winner of it all, they're getting they look like NBA rings.
Shout out to Jostens. This is great news.
Shout out to Jostens. It's been a while since we've had a chance to say
Yeah,
that.
no doubt. I mean, finally they're breaking through after years of just holding it down in the finals. Why not? Give them a Summer League ring. How are you? I'm anxious to see the minimum number of games or minutes you have to play, because a Summer League roster, by the time you get to the end of 2 weeks, it's the people on your roster at the beginning and the end, very different. So we'll see who the champions get. I wish they would have went with bracelets to
just something different.
Honor the World Series of Poker, but I don't know. This is pretty funny, and I assume you'll be able to get these on eBay eventually, because not everybody's going to keep their Summer League ring, over the course of time.
How much do you think you could get one for?
I would love to get one for $350.
Oh, wow.
I don't know. It seems
I think
reasonable.
you give it a little bit of time, you're going to be able to get it for
Yeah.
$350. What do you think? Were you shocked by this? Is this silly?
Well, when I saw the photo Malik Andrews put up, I thought, how much like a real ring, a real championship ring are
What's
they?
the weight to that?
Yeah, are we getting into the thousands of dollars because they look like diamonds?
Yeah, they look like legit ones for sure.
But they can't. They can't be.
But they can't be just.
They can't be Justin's rings. I think. I don't know.
How dare you?
Shout out.
Oh, yeah.
No, I mean,
Those are nice.
When you say the $350 value, that's a Justin. That's a high school ring.
That's true.
Well, and look, they're not super customized to the winner. They're
Right.
not going to be engraving kings on the side or something like that if Sacramento goes on to take this
Yeah.
thing. So
I just can't
pretty
wait
generic.
though for a guy to be wearing it around when he's got the championship ring.
Uh,
Like the time I saw Horace Grant in Cancun Airport, he was still wearing his championship ring. Someone is going to be wearing their Summer League championship
think
ring.
so?
Absolutely, because people won't know instantly it's a Summer League championship
That's a good
ring.
point.
They'll just go, "Oh wow, that guy's an NBA champ." Maybe Bradley Beal will come out here and light it up for a week or so and get that championship ring. I don't know.
do you like Trey's idea though? Maybe should have went with a different piece of jewelry or even something else entirely. It's it looks like just sort of a knockoff version of an NBA championship ring.
I would have gone the necklace around.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
I think so. Yeah,
Nice pendant.
Yeah. I mean, they
What's
always.
your favorite stone?
Oh,
You didn't think I
great
was going to
question.
ask that?
No. I'm a ruby man.
Rubies. Very
suppose.
James Bond of you.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
Is that your birthstone?
I don't know what my birthstone is
You
actually.
don't?
No.
You don't? I thought he would. Isn't that shocking? He would have 10 photos of it on his
What's
phone.
your birthstone?
Oh, I have the weird one. Is it Peridot or
Peridot? Oh yeah, you're
Peridot.
August. Yeah, Peridot.
I hate it.
Nice, yeah.
I think it's like a poo green.
It's like an olivey green, kind of.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
Like a
strange
baby
one.
poo green.
I'm an amethyst, purple.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it looks great.
What
Looks
about
great.
what are you? Me? You same as me?
We're a pair of dots up here, I guess. I'm in August. I didn't realize
what
it,
is
though.
There you go. All right. Let us know in the stream team what's your birthstone, or just what's your favorite stone. Is it a ruby like this guy? You don't have a photo of anything?
No, I don't.
Okay.
No.
We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll talk a little summer league and the rookies that have impressed us the most. Don't go anywhere.
If you're anything like me, you might need a little nudge to buy some new clothes, freshen up the wardrobe. I know I want that new look. I know it, but I just never find that motivation to do it. And once it happens, ooh-wee, I feel good. And that's where Stitch Fix has you covered. Take a quick, easy quiz, set up your profile, and let Stitch Fix's experts go to work for you. Quiz is simple and boom! You get 5 pieces to try on at home. I liked 3, and I sent 2 back that didn't work. Shipping, returns, and exchanges are free, easy, and not depressing like malls. I've been to a couple malls the last few weeks. Oh, it's like they're giant Blockbuster video stores.
Oh, wow.
They're just going out of biz at some point.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Don't walk in there. It's just, they're not what they used to be. Just go to Stitch Fix's website. Get it done. Stitch Fix is far less time consuming, way more to the point. Every piece is handpicked for you and is unique to your size, style, and in your budget. making it the best way to discover clothes that make you look and feel your best. Sign up today at stitchfix.com/nodunks to get $20 off your first purchase. That's stitchfix.com/nodunks to get $20 off your first purchase. This is a limited time offer. You've got to purchase within 2 days of sign up.
All right, welcome back to No Dunks. Here is a live shot of the concourse here at the Thomas Mack Center, 2022 NBA Summer League. The games, they just keep going all day long. Get yourself a ticket. You get in here and you can watch something like 8 games a day or something like that. Why are you laughing?
Get yourself a ticket like we did.
Oh,
yeah.
Leigh, I told you not to bring that up specifically, Leigh, that we had to buy a ticket to get in here to do this show. Okay? That's why I don't even have my computer. They wouldn't let me bring my computer in. I have to look on my phone like a weirdo.
Oh, man, we've fallen off, haven't we? We used to get an escort up to the concourse to do the show.
This is how far we've fallen off. I'm drinking a Diet Pepsi. Can't even get a Coke.
Man, we got
these guys aren't on TV.
no guests,
Pepsi.
no cake to give out to guests, nothing. I mean, wow.
No, it's rough.
Oh, you didn't have a cake? I ordered us a cake.
Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah.
I'm starving,
Wedgie
actually.
cake.
So I can take down a cake.
I did say we got somebody showed up in a wedgie tee.
Oh, that's
Pretty cool.
nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
the
Yeah,
white one. I haven't seen the white one in a
Wow,
while.
I
Yeah,
have
very
not.
nice.
Very, very nice.
very nice.
And if, for some reason you are here in Vegas, maybe you're back there, maybe you're somehow catching this live or listening soon after, we are having a little meetup tonight at Starboard Tack here in Vegas. It's off the Strip. Look it up. Not far. And, get together, have some drinks.
No tickets needed for that.
We can get in?
No tips,
Yeah.
maybe.
hope so,
Oh,
yeah.
sweet.
VIP.
Do I have to check my bag at the door?
Yes.
No? All right, good. Okay, let's talk a little bit about Summer League. Now, it's only, what are we in, 3 days in? Started Thursday night. We had those 2 games on, and we've had 2 sort of full days here as we were on Saturday. Which rookie has impressed you the most so far from what you've seen, Tass? Either, watching games entirely, I don't know what you're doing in your hotel room, or maybe clips or stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm not going to reveal that, but what's going on in there? Paolo, what's going on in your room? You've got a guest.
Yeah, my buddy Grish is crashing in my room.
You guys were watching tennis at 6 a.m. on your
well,
separate beds.
We had some money on a tennis match this morning.
Banana match.
Yeah, it didn't go as well.
No,
No.
it went well for JD.
It did. Yeah, JD.
He bet the
He
oppo.
bet the opposite of it. Yes, I didn't like the karma of that, but he won. Anyway,
Well, it started Thursday night for the sickos out there,
Yep.
and I want to start with that first game. Paolo Banchero, #1 pick. I didn't know he could pass the way he could
Okay.
pass, and he looks NBA ready, physically,
Yep.
and the way he's moving the ball out there with 6 assists. I think it bodes well for the regular season because if you look at Orlando's roster, I know a lot of the time we make our picks for Rookie of the Year and say, does this guy have a huge role like Jalen Green from last year with the Rockets? We thought he could score 20 per game. Paolo Banchero is a big man, but I think the ball is going to find him a lot of the time, and he is going to make the decisions with Cole Anthony and Franz Wagner and solid players
Suggs,
around them. Yeah, Jalen Suggs, obviously, and Jonathan Isaac. Who knows what happens with him? But I think the ball is going to find him, and he's just going to make good decisions because he can score. He's got hands. He can pass. He can shoot it. And he's very big physically. So I don't watch college basketball. I didn't really know what he had done at Duke, but he can move, and he looks very, very good. And that's all you want from Summer League. He should be looking like the best player out there as a #1
and
pick.
you thought he was at times in that game.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And in the second game here, watched some clips in my hotel room as well, Skeets.
Nice.
Right before we came over here, and it just ended here, the double OT game. Not sure how we finished, but he had a 360.
Yeah.
Big boy with the 360.
Oh, yeah. I mean, look, him and Chet so far, and we're actually going to see Chet and Jabari Smith out here after this show. I'm going to go and watch it. Can't wait. But so far, all 3 rookies have really been like, yeah, okay, great.
Yeah.
Whoever you've chosen there, you're feeling pretty good about, because sometimes in the past, that #1 or #2 pick, you're like, ooh, they're struggling at Summer League. Not a good sign.
No, right,
now,
right.
look, a guy's not, no one figures out, okay, this guy's a legit stud in Summer League, but it's worse if you sort of see a guy like, well, he's struggling in Summer League. That's not good. That's not been the case. So I think Orlando, Oklahoma City, and Houston are
I would even
happy.
keep going. We saw what Keegan Murray was doing.
Oh, yeah.
I know in the other Summer League there, and Ivey is playing well here for the Pistons.
Yep.
So yeah, you're right for the most part. They're coming through. Anyone else impressed you?
Ivy's good.
He's really good.
Jaden Ivey's good.
I'm excited about the Pistons.
Yeah,
I think we're going
they
to be
got-
watching a lot of League Pass Pistons. They're on early before a lot of the other games get
Yep.
going. You're going to be locked in, I think.
And I think it's nice that they have Ivey, who's going to be a fast and exciting player, where Cade is a little bit more of a nuanced and slow it down and get the right kind of shot player. Just the athleticism is crazy, and a lot of the talk with Ivey was that the difference for him would be he's going to have a lot more space in the NBA because he played with 2 gigantic 7-footers in college, and they just threw it into the post all the time, despite the fact that this guy had these incredible athletic gifts. Now he's playing in a summer league that's really built for him, running up and down as fast as he can, trying to get into transition as much as possible, but he's thriving in transition. So if he's able to do that, once we get to real basketball, that'll be fun. It won't happen all the time, but it's exciting to watch when it's going right.
No doubt.
And anyone else on your list of rooks?
No, I'm looking forward to seeing Dyson Daniels, though, the Australian
of
guy.
course you
Yeah,
are.
got it.
You got your Australian flag with you?
I absolutely have. Got the blow-up kangaroo I'm going to bake as well there, and
Nice.
paint the face green and gold.
Good.
So Nick Kyrgios in the final tomorrow too, by the way, Tassie. I hope you're watching that one.
You got money on that?
Yes, I have. Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Well, JD's got the parlay, of course. He's got Novak Djokovic to win. So, but what's going to happen if he wins and his flight's out before the game?
Yeah, we'll
ends?
figure that
Yeah,
out anyway.
fly back.
Let's just win first. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean that's it. You've got to learn, because there's so many games, and as I say, it's hard to sometimes even tell who the teams are out there. You need that one specific
Why do you
player.
keep saying that?
Well,
do you need to get your eyes
I
checked?
think they used to everyone just almost wore the same uniforms. Now teams are wearing different uniforms. They're wearing, is that the Mavericks or the Orlando Magic? Who is it? I don't know.
It was easier to tell them apart when they wore the same uniforms.
No, I'm just saying now that like that blue doesn't necessarily determine one specific team. They've all got a blue and stuff. So, summer league's all the blur out there.
Well, that's, I think, what's going
Yeah.
on. I think
Yeah.
everything's a blur for you right
Well,
now.
it is, yeah.
Too much fun with that Peking duck last
Oh,
night.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
and then the karaoke.
They're scary Peyton.
Anyone else on your list of rooks here, Tass?
No, we've covered it all.
Benedict Mathurin, the
Yeah.
Canadian, he played really, really well for the Pacers.
The Pacers got to be pumped.
Yep.
They put on the full court press to impress everybody in their draft. The guys that they drafted, Benedict Mathurin. Obviously, they're excited about him. Yeah, I'm pumped about the Pistons. Seeing Isaiah Stewart, Beef Stew. I didn't know he had that 3-point shot, but he's been working on that.
Yep.
He's been modeling his game after Al Horford to give Jaden Ivey more room out there to be the 4. He's going to move to the 4 because they got a bunch of guys, including
Duren,
Jalen Duren
yeah,
at the
yep.
5. It makes sense on paper. It is exciting, with Cade and Isaiah Stewart and Jaden Ivey. Come on, man, you got to be pumped for that.
Who's going to win this whole thing? Who's getting the rings?
Who's taking home the rings?
Impossible question.
It's probably the Chicago Bulls. I saw they pulled out a huge overtime victory on the back of Marko Simonovic's 19 points and 10 rebounds.
Wow, there you go.
Wow.
You watch the highlights in your room.
Hitting the glass. I watched the full 4-minute, 54-second
Good for you.
uncut OT wild ending.
I know one of the big performances so far through the first 3 days is Moses Moody.
Oh,
Put
yeah.
up 34 points, and I think it just sort of goes nice into our next segment here, which is me doing a little trivia for you guys. Because
well
Moody,
done.
34, that's a lot in Summer League,
Oh, yeah.
honestly. But like I said off the top, I went through, did my best to try and find what I think are 10 of the most unique or best performances, individual performance here at Summer League. So
Okay.
I'll put the list like this. We'll do most recent, and then we'll go back in time.
'Kay.
Okay?
All right.
Our first guy, here's the trivia part of it. I think I saw him at the pool
Today.
yesterday.
Paul Reed?
B-ball Paul.
yeah.
B-ball.
Wow.
I like how you came in and you said, I think I just saw B-ball Paul.
I did say
His
that
Twitter
too.
handle.
Yeah, that's right. That's for John Hawley.
Yeah.
Paul Reed. Okay.
Wow.
Last year, listen to this line. I didn't remember this. He had a 27-point game with 20 rebounds.
That's a lot of
Big
roast
beef.
beef.
Yep. 4 assists, 4 steals, and 4 blocks.
Wow.
Against the Wolves. He did that for the Sixers, of course. He knocked down a ton of threes in this game. You remember this game?
Oh yeah, that was a great game. Yeah. The Paul Reed game, they were saying.
No, you were just squinting the whole time.
Which
Is
team
that
is
the
he on?
Wolves? Who is that? What team does he play on?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
He's definitely here courtside.
Okay. So
With-
maybe
with-
I did
with the
see him at the
Sixers
pool.
crew.
I'm 95% sure. It was a walk by the pool. I was in the pool. He was walking by. I think that was him.
Paul at the pool.
Okay. Next one. We go to 2000.
Hey, you would know it was him if he jumped in, but then he would be C-ball Paul.
Nice. That's good. Oh, that's good. Okay. Next one. 2018.
Yeah.
Here's your hint. Sixers player. I'm not going to give you too much.
Tyrese.
International Sixers player.
Furkan Korkmaz.
Ah.
What?
Furkan, baby. Okay,
Nice.
it was the first game on ESPN in 18. I just took a couple weird notes from the game. He scored 40 points. Yeah, 10 of
Big
18
Furk.
shooting, 8 3-pointers made. He had 6 boards as well. I watched the highlights. That's what I do in my hotel room.
Yeah.
Watch old summer league games, right? He hit 2 pull-up threes like to start the game. He was like feeling it right away. And then like they were really trying to get him to 40 at the end. You know, he's missing a couple, but yeah, got there in the end. Tough floater to get to 40.
I do remember him hitting 40 at some point.
Yeah, well, we were here.
Yeah, we were definitely here. You know what I couldn't watch in my hotel room was the WNBA Skills Challenge. I was trying to watch that.
You couldn't find it?
It was on ESPN-U.
Didn't get the U.
Too deep in the
I
queue
saw
on
Allie
ESPN.
Ali
Quigley.
Quigley, 4-time champ. Yeah.
Never been done in
No.
WNBA or NBA
No,
history
no.
on a 3-point contest.
That's right.
She like destroyed
Yeah.
it too. She had
Yeah,
like
yeah.
30, didn't she?
Yeah. She had she had won without even, I think, hitting a basket on that last
She didn't
rack.
even go to she didn't need to go to the last rack.
No,
Yeah, that's
and
right.
she cleaned that rack. And it's incredible. Yeah.
You dropped a goat emoji.
I absolutely did, yeah.
Do you think she's the greatest 3-point shooter who's
listen.
ever lived?
I've worked with Steph Curry. He didn't do anything for me. Maybe I should be working with Ali Quigley instead. So,
Upgrade.
She had 8 straight out.
yeah.
Yeah, she was
yeah,
on
yeah, yeah.
She can
yeah.
shoot. All right, so 2017, I have
Oh, we were here.
four guys on my list from that year.
Oh,
Wow.
no, yeah, I mean, we were on
Holy
fire
cow.
that year. I remember the buzz when we would do the shows post-game with these huge performances.
Okay. Well, one of those guys definitely came on our show. It was probably the biggest crowd we ever had at
Oh,
Summer League.
Lonzo.
Ball in 17 posted a near triple-double, 36 points, 11 assists, 8 boards, and 5 steals. And the highlights in this game are like, he's throwing full court bombs. He's like doing, Lonzo-like
That's
things.
cool.
So it was a really, really good game. And then he had the game prior. He had like 11
Yeah,
game. You
I remember that. I do remember that,
Yeah,
yeah. The
okay.
Jason Kidd almost triple-double that he had.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Okay. So he was named Summer League MVP that year too.
Nice.
Did he get a ring? Probably not.
He didn't get a ring,
Yeah.
not at the
And
time.
he played Fashion or Nah, a segment on our old starter show.
No, baller or nah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
we
we
changed
upgraded it for him.
Yeah.
And he got into it.
Yeah, he was
he's
actually
good.
pretty
We
good.
didn't think he was going to be like super charismatic, maybe. Like we just thought I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you
He
reckon?
played
we
along.
What do you reckon we put on his cake, Tassie? You're pretty good at that stuff. I mean,
Oh, what
you
did
could
we
go easy.
Did we go? we
Big Baller Brand was a thing back
yeah,
then.
did we may
Yeah.
have went with that.
Go simple.
we'd
Yeah.
already done Los Angeles Cakers with Brandon Ingram, I think. So
Yeah, I mean,
Los
Okay.
Angeles
Look it up.
Laker
Somebody look it up.
Lonzo is pretty easy alliteration.
Okay.
A lake on there.
Here we go. Your next one here from 2017. This is just like a crazy weird line. Trey, your team could have had this guy. You did have him.
2017,
Yep.
did have him.
Yeah, well, you did. He never played on your team.
Jordan Bell.
Jordan Bell, that's a good one.
Jordan Bell was drafted in the second round by the Bulls, and then he was like quickly traded to the Warriors for
cash
money.
considerations.
That's right, $3.5 million in cash consideration. Okay, I just didn't remember this. He had a 5x5 game, super rare, of course. So he had 5 points, 11 boards, 5 assists, 5 steals, and 6 block shots. He only shot 2 for 2 from the floor, and he was a plus 27 in the game.
He was
that's
the
just
next Draymond there for a little bit.
He was indeed. He was, and I do remember it because all the Bulls fans. What
yeah.
are we doing?
Yeah.
Just gave him away.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. A Lakers player. He played really well this. Oh,
Kuzma?
Kyle
Yeah,
Kuzma.
I remember. I think I watched that game.
Nice one.
Yeah.
He watched it.
I think so. Down in the Thomas Mack, he had like 27.
Could have been any team, though.
He had 30 points.
He had 30 points, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And it was in the okay, so it was
No,
in,
because it was the Lakers.
it was in the championship game,
right.
which is why you were probably watching it.
Yeah.
He shot 11 of 16 from the field, 6 of 10 from 3, 10 boards. What do you think he averaged as a rookie? Kyle Kuzma.
Always comes up with big games. I think he had 18.
Like averaging your
Yeah, rookie.
16, but I was
Yeah.
like, that's
He scored a lot.
Respect.
They didn't have a ton of
Yeah.
scores back
Yeah.
then.
He scored 20 a game the year before LeBron got there. Right?
yeah. And so he dominated in the championship game for the Lakers, and they were without Ingram, Josh Hart, and then even Lonzo didn't play in that game.
Right.
I remember that.
Yeah.
So.
And it was Kuzmania.
Kuzmania,
Yeah.
baby. Okay, and then final one from 2017. This guy dropped a tournament high 37. He's been in the news a lot. His team has at least a lot.
Is he still a player?
Yep.
His team has been.
Oh, he's an all-star, all NBA-ish guard.
Donovan Mitchell.
Well
good one.
done,
D-Mitch.
Tassie.
Yeah.
Well done.
Good clues.
He
I don't
was-
remember the game.
He was really good in the game. He threw down like well, I mean, I guess it was almost like his first NBA dunk. I know it's Summer League, but where he does the classic, he like sprays his legs and does that one hammer. He did it in this game. And this was right after the Jazz had lost Gordon Hayward. So it was like good timing for Jazz fans.
Good vibes.
Yeah, exactly, because they lost him. They draft Mitchell at 13, and then he's like dominating here in Summer League.
I'm finding there's a correlation. I don't remember the games of guys who didn't come on our show. Yeah.
We never had
I
Don.
just
gotta
block
have
it out of my
Yeah,
mind.
we never had him. You're right.
Never had him. I had Jordan Bell. Had
Well,
Lonzo, obviously.
okay, I got 4 left, and they get old here, guys. We're
Okay.
going all the way back to 2009.
Okay.
Remember that hint I gave you off the top of the show?
No Nate? Nate,
No, I said no Nate, but I said there's 2 guys on this list that have the same first name.
Anthony Randolph.
Oh,
He
yeah.
had to
That's-
make the
yeah,
list. He had to
yeah,
make
yeah.
it, and that's a common first name.
He
Yeah.
went for 42 points
Yeah.
in a game against Trey's Bulls.
Big game.
He posterized a defender on the Bulls. I did trivia with Trey on this a long time ago. Luke Zeller.
Oh, wow.
He like
Luke
thrunked on
Zeller.
him. It's pretty. Look it up on
Yeah.
YouTube. It's a pretty
Wow.
good dunk. And random note: Joe Ingles was on the Warriors Summer League team in this game.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, isn't that a little strange? So anyway, yeah, Randolph with the crazy game, and
Yeah.
Curry's playing in the game. He throws
That's
him.
cool.
He throws him an oop off the backboard at some point.
That's
yeah.
cool.
But 42. I remember.
Yeah, I
people
remember
were
that,
super
yeah.
high
Oh,
on
yeah.
him.
Yeah,
He must
yeah.
have averaged like 28 for summer league or something
Yeah,
like that.
he definitely scored a lot. And I had forgotten too that he Don Nelson. He was playing on the Don Nelson Warriors,
Wow.
and Don Nelson unleashed him a little bit, and he averaged at the end of the year 15 and 10. So people were like, well, everybody's talking
Talent.
themselves in. He was a lefty, right? I think.
Seems like it.
Yeah, I think he was.
Seems like
No?
it, but he might not have been.
Ooh.
I mean, I'm not.
I feel like he throws down on Luke Zeller in the clip that I was talking about with a left hand, but doesn't mean he's a lefty. Anyway, okay, Anthony Randolph. Can you give me the other Anthony? on
Please
the-
be Bennett. Please be Bennett.
No, we're
Are we
2000
still in 2009?
Yeah, 09.
Oh,
Anthony
nice.
Morrow.
Wow, he's on fire. He's
Anthony
on
Morrow
fire.
had a great summer league. I do remember that.
Anthony Morrow has the summer league record still to this day.
Points.
Do you know what it is?
47.
Oh, 47.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
47 points from Anthony Morrow. Shot 18 of 26 from the field, 7 of 9 from deep, 4 of 4 at the line. He hit his 10 of his first 11 shots, so he started the game on fire.
Baller.
He tossed his jersey into the stands after the game.
I love that.
Excellent.
That's how you do it.
Yeah.
He went on to have a 42-point game
Yeah.
in the NBA.
Yeah.
For
I mean,
the,
he
for
had
the
that
Nets.
sort of like pot shot style of
Yeah.
shooting the threes. I remember. Yeah.
He was very,
Yeah.
very streaky. He had a 37-point game for the Warriors,
Yeah.
too. I
Early
think
in his career.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think in his
yeah,
first
yeah.
start, actually. So there you go. Okay, this guy had the record before those two guys sort of popped off, the Anthonys. 2007.
Marco Bellinelli.
Oh, I thought you were going to say it.
Ooh,
Wow.
that's what I would have guessed
No.
Marco
too.
Jaric?
No, you have the first part of the first name. You
Mark
Mark.
Macon.
No, Mark.
Mark.
2007.
2007 Mark?
Yep. No, well, I mean, there's Mark. You got to
Yes,
finish his
Marcus.
Ah, Marcus.
Pfizer. No. Way too late.
You're forgetting this guy, are you? Wow. I guess I can see why.
Marcus.
Marcus Smart.
He
no.
should not have been playing at Summer League, was the whole thing.
Ah.
He was 25 years old at the time. He had already played in over 200 NBA games.
Banks.
Marcus
Yeah,
Marcus
yeah.
Banks.
Yeah.
Marcus Banks.
Yeah.
Leigh.
Nice one.
He shot 13 of 19 from the field, 4 or 5 from deep. Got to the line, shot 12 of 14 at the free throw line. Marcus Banks, he's like a 6'2" guard.
Yeah.
And in this game where he popped off, he gets LeBron. A
Wow.
little crossover dribble. He's sort of LeBron doesn't fall over, but he gets him
Shakes him a
gets him
little.
stumbling a little bit, yeah. And then, so here's the best
Hang
part
on,
of
hang
this.
on. What year did you say that?
2007.
LeBron
Cavs.
was playing?
LeBron?
Yeah.
Yeah.
LeBron was in summer league in 07. No way. That's
Maybe
way
it's
too late.
06?
He
That would
could
have
be
been his
06.
third year. Even
Yeah.
06 would be his third year. Wow.
That doesn't make any sense. That can't be
No.
right.
After his
No.
third year.
Maybe I saw a clip of him doing it in another game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, he could have
Oh,
been
yeah,
in
well,
summer league. That could have been his
Yeah.
first summer league
Yeah.
would be in LeBron's draft.
Yeah,
year or
that's
something
true.
like that.
I either have the date wrong, which is very possible. Also, I'm doing this off my phone. Let's
Yeah.
blame it on that. But so he only played in that first game, and then they were like, okay, he's
too
too
good.
good.
You're too good.
Yeah.
And so he had a sore shoulder. I'm sure he did. And then he didn't play the rest of it. Okay, final one. This is one of the best names in NBA history. I will die on that. Hill.
Stromile Swift.
No, it's a good name.
Good guess.
I have it written down as 07, but now, can you trust me? No,
Yeah.
not really.
I trust you.
It's a nice name. Honestly, it's a nice snack.
What are you talking about? It's a
nice
nice snack.
Yeah, it's a nice snack.
Reese's.
Nah.
Tim Tam had a big game.
Tim Tam Duncan.
It's a short name. This is one that, as a young child, I would have been lying in bed going, well, yep, that's a short name. 3-letter first name, 5-letter last name. That's 8. That's short. Not Rob.
Not Joe
Pop.
Smith.
Pop.
No.
Joe. Cam.
A good snack. I'm also not thinking of
yeah.
a snack.
Yeah, it's really hard.
I would go on. I would think you don't even know anyone in your life with this first name.
Von Wafer.
Well
Wafer.
done, Von
It's a good
Wafer. Scored 42 in the
Good
Nuggets'
snack.
final game of Summer League at the old Cox Pavilion over
The
there.
old Cox Pavilion.
Von Wafer.
Great
Wow.
one. Good hints.
Okay,
I
final trivia. Can you
Definitely
name
saw him on the Big 3 list.
Can you name the teams that
That's
Von
a
Wafer
short
played
name.
for
Oh,
in
boy.
the NBA?
He was a Laker.
He was a Laker.
Denver.
Denver Nuggets.
Orlando.
Yes, he did play for.
Milwaukee.
No.
No,
Pacers.
Yes.
Nice.
No. Nope. Sorry. No.
Did he get to Toronto, or am I
I'll
thinking
give you the
Sonny
other ones.
Weems?
He played 8 games for the Blazers. He played for the Rockets, Celtics. I thought you would say
Rockets,
Celtics.
I-
You don't
Yeah.
remember
Sure
that?
got Rockets,
And then he
yeah.
played 1 game for the Clippers. So he played for a lot of teams.
Yep.
There it is. There it is.
That was good.
Vakeetan. His name is Vakeetan. That's
Is
his
that his
full
real
name. Yeah.
Oh.
It was always an
We're all
interesting.
learning
Vakeetan
something.
Kumar
We're all
Von Wafer.
learning.
Trivia at Summer League
It's great.
for the
Oh,
true
what's
that?
sickos.
Can't believe
Mode
Nate
for
Robinson
sure.
wasn't on that
Well,
list.
I know,
Yeah.
I know. You tell me, who am I missing? Let us know in the comment section who is on the all-time greatest performances at Summer League. Let us know. We're going to take one more break, but when we come back, Tassie's got Tweet of the Night. Don't go anywhere.
Yeah, well, summertime calories come and summertime calories go. Ones that come, a little bit harder to get rid of, though, aren't they? So JD, if you don't mind, after the show, I'm going to jump on your old Peloton here and try to get back some of the LBs I've added over the last, 5 or 6 days,
Yeah, man, have at it.
Thank you. Because the thing about Peloton, I love the variety, They have live and on-demand classes from cycling and strength training to yoga and running. They haven't added a fishing one, have they? You haven't seen that, JD?
I haven't seen that yet, but it's we should pitch that.
I think there's something there. I mean, you look like you're having a great time. You're up, you're standing, you're active.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe there's something that can.
Fishing, the most active
Well,
sport. out
JD was saying he was throwing it out there and
fought a
really-
shark or
Yeah. So there you go. There's some ideas for you, Peloton, moving forward. But whatever your workout mood is, this is the best part. Peloton has a musical selection for your genre. You can rock if you like, maybe some pop music if that's more your thing, maybe even some Brit indie rock. Maybe, who knows, whatever you're into there. Or you could even do a yoga workout with soul music. I think that's very, very important there, so you don't have to always have a high intensity one. You can just have more a calming one. Good thing about Peloton as well, you don't need to dedicate an hour or so for a good workout. You can do a 5-minute job. And that can be enough just to get the heart rate up, get the blood flowing, you get a good sweat up. I mean, in Atlanta, you just have to walk outside and you get a sweat up. But on Peloton, get active, get on the bike, and get going. And right now is the perfect time to get in on Peloton. The Peloton
Get
Bike,
at it, Leigh.
The Peloton Bike Plus is now $500 less. Its best price yet, including free delivery and free setup. That's very important because, like the IKEA furniture. You're halfway through. You're like out of the little man there with the and it's like that's not that easy.
little stupid Swedish man
exactly.
mocking me.
Yeah. And there are more game-changing prices available on the original Peloton bike and Peloton tread. Visit onepeloton.com to learn more.
All right, back with No Dunks. Live from Summer League.
Oh, wedgie
there you are,
shirts.
people. I see a Wizards jersey.
I saw a
Kings
Webby
jersey,
Awards-winning shirt.
Pistons
No dunks.
jersey.
Amazing.
Great stuff. Yes, here we are at the Thomas Mack Center here in hot Las Vegas. Do you like the dry heat or do you miss the humidity?
No, I
of Atlanta?
definitely prefer the dry heat.
Do
yeah.
you?
Yeah.
Why?
Because the humidity barely changes with the sun going up and down. With the sun, right, when you're out in the dry heat, you can get into the shade and it drops like 10 degrees. Humidity, doesn't matter where you are. You're just feeling that moisture in the air. So give me the dryness.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent.
Big dry guy.
You're a big dry.
I'm a big dry
Pretty
guy.
fly for a dry guy.
All right. Well, we could have done that one last night. We got to go back now. But we'll just be doing Take It Easy for an hour.
Well, I've been running down the road trying to lose my load.
Okay, it
I
was
got
incredible
7
how
women on my
We sung it every
mind.
time.
It's
too.
a great start to a song. It has
yeah.
a very
So good.
funny
Yeah.
start.
Yeah.
It's just like the way it kicks in. All right, let's get to Tweet of the Night.
Tweet of the night. Wow.
Twitter.
When when LeBron James shows up at Summer League, he usually steals the show. He makes it an annual tradition.
Yep.
Walks on in, high-fiving everybody. The cameras are on him.
Yep.
And the cameras were on him when he arrived yesterday at Summer League, and they caught something very, very, very unique. LeBron James brought his own snack to the game.
Oh, wow. Trail
he's
mix
got
of some
a snack
sort.
bag.
Yeah, trail mix is probably, he's got a Ziploc bag. He
that
packed
looks-
for himself. Or somebody packed
Yeah.
it for him, maybe.
Yeah.
But a very healthy snack.
Yeah.
I imagine LeBron's going to have an MVP type season by examining the snack. If you're watching with us on YouTube, a lot of nuts, heavy on the almonds. I see cashews. Still some chocolate in
Chocolate
there.
Yeah.
chips.
I'm
Nice.
not sure if there's anything else. Maybe there's a raisin, I think.
Oh, I hope
What is
not.
the
Ugh.
bright yellowish orange to you? Is that like a corn kernel or is that like popcorn? What is that? do you
I think it's what you're the first. I think it's
like those crunchy corn
crunchy.
kernels. Yeah.
That's my guess.
Tash,
Yeah.
do you think this supersedes Spencer Dinwiddie eating an egg slut as the most enjoyable food consumption by a star player in Summer League?
Never. Never. Seeing Spencer Dinwiddie eating a breakfast sandwich at Eggslut
Yes.
will never.
You said it a little better than you did.
Yeah, will never trump. Because that's a great sandwich at the Cosmo.
Let's go.
So good. So good, that sandwich. I had it last time I was here in Vegas. Didn't have it this time. But that, LeBron, he's very relatable in not many ways, but a couple ways. Number one, my Danielle packed it for me, but I also came with a Ziploc bag of
Your
snacks
wife
here to
packed you
Vegas.
some trail mix
Yeah,
or something similar.
It's
Wow,
called
that's nice.
It's from Trader Joe's. I believe it's called a poker snack or something. Anyways, it was really good, and it really came through. So LeBron's relatable in that instance.
Yeah.
Also, LeBron is relatable because every time I get on a flight, I start a book. And whenever you see LeBron,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
ever
He's
see LeBron
always-
reading a book?
It's always the first page.
He's always starting a book.
He's always now, I like LeBron. I'm getting through this book I'm reading, but he's so relatable. He's just so relatable. I'm sure he read all those books, but yeah, we're
yeah.
showing you, the split screen of he's always on page 1, 2, or 3.
He's so much like us, Tess. I heard he had to buy a ticket to also come into Summer League. Had to go right up to the will call there.
Like we just went through the top 10 performances. Going back, do you remember last year? The year, it was all hype about him and Russell Westbrook joining each other. Do you
Yeah.
remember they had a big love fest?
Oh yeah.
We like each other.
Yeah, we like each other. Everything's good.
Yeah.
We didn't want Damian Lillard, that kind of thing. Didn't happen this year.
No.
Jovan Buha at The Athletic pointed it out. He was right behind LeBron the whole time. No interaction.
And
Russell
Westbrook was
on
like, yeah, he's
on
on
the
this-
other side of the floor.
Everybody
Does
else
it-
said hi.
Doesn't mean something. Doesn't mean anything.
Is this news? You want to play Is This News with that? We could have
This
easily put that
news?
in there. I
Yeah,
should've.
we could have put it in there. I would say no. He did wave across the floor at one point. Was it for Russell? I don't know.
Wow.
He waves at a lot of people. But
Well,
anyways.
don't you worry. They'll make it. They'll give you 3 days of content about this.
Yeah.
All the networks,
Right.
everybody.
Right.
LeBron, Westbrook, not sitting beside each other. What does it mean?
What does it mean?
What would people think? Later tonight at Starboard Tack. You're on one side of the room. I'm on the opposite end.
I'm working the karaoke machine. I'm seeing or maybe if there's a DJ, I'm saying, can you play a couple of these
But you don't
songs?
think a No Dunks fan will be like, what's going on between these two guys?
Nah, they're just
They're
getting-
still upset about breakfast.
Nah, there'll be lots of fans there. Everyone wants their selfies, and look, some of the fans have their favourites as well. So
Do you have favorites?
of course,
You have a favorite of
fans?
us?
yeah.
Well, go on.
Nah,
Rank
it's-
'em.
Nah, you can't. do
Mary, kill.
that.
No. All right. So great tweet of the night. Any thoughts on the snack? You are a healthy guy.
Yeah, I
must have
like
loved
it. But look, people are saying he's a billionaire. He can buy whatever he wants. But the reason he's a billionaire is because he doesn't waste his money. When you go here to buy a trail mix, and it's like $13.
Right.
You go into one of those little convenience stores and that you see something, you buy it. There's tax, there's service, there's gratuity on top of it.
Did you go to Whole Foods? Did you make your
Nah.
classic run? You didn't.
Nah, I didn't this time. No.
Wow.
Too short of a trip.
Yeah, mainly.
Yeah.
What bananas have you been eating every day?
Oh, they have some bananas down in the convenience store. Like I say, 2 bananas, please. Yes, is that everything? Oh, I'll take a bottle of water too. Sure, $23, please.
Good bananas though.
Not that good. I mean, not organic, but
Okay.
you know.
All right. Let's call it there, guys. We've done an hour here from the concourse. If you, again, are joining us live or catching this early enough on Saturday, come on out tonight to Starboard Tack here in Vegas. A little No Dunks. I don't even know what to call it. I keep wanting to call it meet and greet. It's definitely not that.
more
Though
like
you will
a-
be meeting and greeting
It's like a
us.
vibe session.
It's like a Oh, I like that.
Just come and vibe out.
Sure. Okay. Come and vibe out. Starboard Tack tonight around 7 o'clock local time here, and we'll go as long as this guy can go. It's your third night in Vegas. I'm a little worried about you.
I'm fine.
You feeling good?
Yeah, had a good snooze
Enough
this morning.
bananas.
Yeah.
Snoozer.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Send in your questions to nodunks@theathletic.com. Tweet in your questions if you got them at NoDunksInc. Follow us across all the social media channels: Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter at NoDunksInc, and get yourself. You see it right there on the screen. An athletic subscription. Go to theathletic.com/NoDunks so they know that we sent you. But if you don't have one by now, I don't know what's going wrong with you. If you don't have one tonight, don't come. I'll be out the door checking athletic subscriptions.
Show me your phone.
Let's see the
it.
sub.
Yeah.
Okay, come on in. Nope. Get one. Okay?
Yep.
All right, Clipper Bros.
You heard it here first. Have a great time. Turn up. Love you guys. Awesome.
Thanks for joining us. And remember, one song we missed. I wanted to mention that we should have sung Shania Twain, "Whose Bed Have Your Boots Been Under?" That would have been great. And I just thought of that because Leigh is eating bananas. It made me think of whose bed have your bananas been under. This doesn't make any sense. I'll move on.
Embrace the day, people.
You could stay every day, and I'd be happy every minute.